All right, maybe I'm a little crazy here because I was saying at a point in time, right, on this prediction, talking about Real Woods versus Joey McKenna, Final X, 65 kilograms, June 14th. And after the World Team Trials, I felt like, oh yeah, I really think Real Woods is going to win this. And then, I do a show Mondays and Thursdays, FloWrestling Radio Live. You can watch it at 11 a.m. Eastern every Monday and Thursday. And on that show, I said, sort of, maybe even flippantly, yeah, I think Real Woods is the better guy. I think he's going to win. And the more that prediction, that statement has been made known, the more people have been like, what are you talking about, dude? Are you sure about this? Like, what are you seeing here? I actually had a coach text me, what are you seeing here? What am I missing? And so this is just one of those, maybe it's a gut thing, maybe I'm wrong. But when I watch Real Woods, I think he brings an X factor, something really, really unique that maybe is going to challenge Joey McKenna. And I think regardless of what happens here, I do think Real is our best point scorer at the weight class. That doesn't mean you're the best wrestler. Those can be very different things. But in terms of who can score the most points, I think it's Real Woods. And it comes down to this. One, he has a consistent, lethal leg attack, and he can hit it to both sides, but he favors a left-handed single leg. Now, you'll say, well, his left side does not match up well with Joey McKenna's heavy left leg lead. But Real has a nice attack to that side, too. We saw him hit it against Bo Bartlett. Dropped in on a nice shot, and he's a great finisher. But what separates Real Woods is this. Real's gut wrench, you can't convince me there's a better gut wrench at 65 kilograms in America. He is hitting this on everyone. He hit it on on Jesse Mendez multiple times. Jesse Mendez is an outstanding freestyler. This is a guy with a win over Joey McKenna, a win over Yanni Diakomahalis, James Green, on and on. Jesse Mendez is uber elite and an experienced freestyler, and he could not stop the gut wrench of Real Woods. And it wasn't a one-off thing. He was hitting this consistently through the Open. He was hitting it consistently throughout World Team Trials. He's hit it against Bo Bartlett, another great freestyle wrestler. And I think that could be a potential differentiator for him because Joey McKenna is a master of tactics. He is one of the more heady wrestlers we have in USA today. There's not a more experienced 65 kilogram in America, I don't think. I mean, this guy has wrestled overseas so many times. He has just been a consistent competitor, a consistent winner at this level. And it's why so many people think he will win this weight. And that very well could be the case. I don't know. I truly don't. But I do think Joey McKenna against Real Woods, is he going to be able to generate enough offense to keep up with the fast break offense of Real Woods? And if you look at maybe the weaknesses of Real Woods, then there are. I mean, there's not a perfect wrestler in the world. And Real Woods certainly isn't one. But at the end of matches, Real can be a different guy. So that's a problem. But you like to see how these weaknesses sort of align with one another. And when you look at the weakness of Joey McKenna, or maybe his strength, he's not a guy that's going to run you down late. That's really just not Joey McKenna's game. Not saying he hasn't done it. Not saying he can't done it. I'm saying he usually does not do that, right? He, like Real, has had some times late in matches where he's not been the same as he is in the first. Now, Joey presents a defensive challenge that guys like Jesse and Bo Bartlett maybe don't, right? It's a different level of defense. He's got a few more tricks. He's good with chest wraps and head pinches. And that could favor Joey McKenna. That could be the difference maker. But what I like about Real Woods, elite speed, elite power, aggression early. He puts a lot of points on the board. And for that reason, I think he might be the favorite at 65 kilograms. I know Joey McKenna is, on paper, the more accomplished guy. But Real just seems like a guy who is truly coming into his own. And I think maybe we're a little bit clouded by how his collegiate career ended, a time that was marred with injury, right? I don't think he was the same guy his senior year. And maybe he will, maybe he won't talk about that, but I think it's just realistic. And now that he's healthy, I think we're seeing that same Real Woods that when you talk to Spencer Lee and people in the Iowa room or the Michigan room, they say this guy is an absolute freak of nature. You got Spencer Lee, the ultimate freak of nature, saying Real Woods is the best guy in the room. Now, Spencer does this humble thing where he's too humble sometimes, But I think he really meant it. He and Real were consistent training partners, and it sounded like Real Woods was just kind of the big dog in that wrestling room. And so maybe is that clouding my judgment a little bit? I mean, not too much, because I just watched him do it at the World Team Trials against a really, really tough field. So 65 is an interesting weight class for Team USA. It's not a weight we have had a lot of success. Since 2006, we have had one medal, and that's Yanni Diakomahalis in 2022. That's the only medal. Now Yanni's up, Zane's up and out of the picture for right now. So I can't help but wonder if we have a medalist contender here or not. I don't know. But I do feel like Real Woods, from a point scoring perspective, may be the biggest threat to bring home some hardware for Team USA. But I want to know what you think. Is Joey McKenna your locked-in favorite here at 65, or can you see, in many ways, the rookie, Real Woods, who has just only wrestled a handful of freestyle tournaments? Is it possible he could be the favorite here and represent Team USA in Zagreb, Croatia? You can find out June 14th, Final X, live on FloWrestling. Men's freestyle and women's freestyle, all live, starting at 2 o'clock Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. Give me your predictions for Final X, 65 kilograms.